Estamos aquí, mi gente, saludos por aquí, trainer. Gracias una vez más por estar aquí con nosotros, siempre ver nuestras entrevistas, siempre estar pendiente a lo que estamos haciendo. Hoy es un día diferente, ustedes saben que nosotros estamos acostumbrados siempre a estar entrevistando, hablando con personas, ¿verdad? Con jugadores de alto nivel, hablando con figuras públicas y eso. Pero esta vez yo me di la tarea de hablar con alguien que se está desarrollando en el baloncesto. Ustedes saben que yo he sido bien verbal en el desarrollo de nuestro país, con los niños. Y yo no, ¿verdad? Yo quiero poner eso en acción. Y hoy yo tengo el privilegio, mi gente, de estar con un niño que es extremadamente talentoso. Y yo quiero que tanto yo, con esta entrevista, y todo Puerto Rico y todos los Estados Unidos conozcan, y estamos aquí. Yo creo que le den un fuerte aplauso aquí a Yadiel Adolph, mi gente. Viene. Estamos aquí. La entrevista va a ser en inglés. Vamos a, ¿verdad? Voy a tratar de traducirle las contestaciones. Si usted no lo conoce, ¿verdad? No saben hablar en inglés, pues nosotros vamos a traducírselo como quiera. Y nada, mi gente, estamos aquí con Yadiel Adolph. Yadiel, how you doing, buddy?
Feeling good right
You
now.
feeling good?
Yeah.
At the first moment we start, like I see you like a little nervous, but now I see you relaxed. We're having a conversation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So we're gonna talk about your career. How do you play? How do you start to play basketball? How do you start to love the basketball and all that stuff? So yo le voy a empezar a preguntarle cómo él empezó a jugar, porque él tiene 12 años, mi gente. Él está en sexto grado y él está compitiendo en un alto nivel, mi gente, compitiendo, metiendo la bola y todo. Ustedes van a ver. Yari, at what age you start to play basketball?
I started to play basketball at 4 years old with Christina Wolfpack and my first coach, Frankie Woolworth.
Oh, you remember your coach? Oh, that's great. You see that? That's great. And how was that experience playing basketball at 4? That's great. You know what? I started to play basketball at 15. I was my first time that I grabbed a ball and shoot. It was at 15 years old. So you have a whole career, you have a whole life doing basketball before me. So how was that playing at 4?
At first it was nervous, but like after I started to get comfortable.
Get nervous? Why you get nervous?
Cause like I haven't did it before. And
Okay, all right.
I'm like afraid to like mess up and stuff.
That's pretty normal,
Yeah.
that you're afraid of something and you feel like if this is good for me or not good for me. And at what age you start to compete? That you're playing with other guys and playing basketball.
After like 2 years of like training and working hard to get my skills up, at 6 years old, I started to
6
compete.
years old.
I started to compete with other high level people.
That's great. Guys, mi gente, yo no sé si ustedes están entendiendo esta conversación. Él está diciéndome de que yo empecé a jugar baloncesto a los 4 años, pero después de entrenar duro, después de estar dándole duro al baloncesto 2 años después. O sea, yo creo que ustedes entiendan que estos son comentarios o tipos de pensamiento de niños de 15, de 18 años. Están hablando de hardworking, ¿cómo se llama? Trabajando, working in my game. O sea, yo estoy aquí asombrado. That's great. But right now, who's your favorite player?
All time?
All time.
Kobe.
Kobe Bryant?
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant, for real?
Yeah.
And how do you know Kobe Bryant?
I saw him play like on YouTube, like that. All highlights.
All highlights. Did you know Kobe Bryant is my favorite player? You know that? Wow, estoy sorprendido porque los niños de hoy le gustan a Jason Tatum, los Luquitas. A él le gusta a Kobe Bryant, mi gente. Qué duro, esto está brutal. Okay, so you like Kobe Bryant, but how do you identify yourself as a basketball player? You're more a scorer like Kobe Bryant, or you're like more to pass? What's the first thing that when you're playing basketball, what's the first thing that you do?
Pass the ball. I look for my teammates.
You pass the ball first?
Yeah.
So you said when I'm running the game, my first thing is to pass the ball, not shoot the ball.
No.
Eso es mi gente. Él me acaba de decir que cuando él juega baloncesto, lo primero que le pasa por la cabeza de jugar no es tirar la bola, es pasarla. O sea, cuando uno es chamaquito, uno lo que quiere es, when you're young, that's pretty impressive for me, because when you're playing ball and you know your dad and you know that you have fans around, you want to make shots and you know that the crowd has, going crazy. And right now your mindset is that I think it's correct. It's first pass. And why first pass?
Because first pass, I cut around and I go through screens and for my shot.
Okay, so you think you're passing the ball because you want your teammates to create a shot for him? That's what you said?
They like set picks so you can get a wide open shot.
Okay. To run the game, that's what you want.
Like, I want him to get comfortable with the ball.
Eso es grande. O sea, él está diciendo que él quiere que su equipo se sienta cómodo, que tengan confianza cuando están jugando baloncesto. O sea, eso yo lo pensé a los 20 años, corillo. A los 12 años que él tenga esa mentalidad, eso dice mucho obviamente de sus padres, porque obviamente y tengo que darle todo el crédito al papá, porque tú le puedes decir algo, pero que él lo haga es otra cosa. Y cuando tú lo educas y él entiende lo que es el juego de baloncesto, eso para mí es sumamente impresionante. Eso está súper brutal. So, Yadi, so right now, you said you are a first passer, right? But the information that I have is that you were in a tournament, and I want you to explain a little bit more of that. That you were in a tournament and you make 120 something points in 5 games. So that means that you score like an average of 25 points per game, right? In 5 games. How was that?
I couldn't believe when I did it, but after I started to realize that I did it, and after that I started going I feel like I did a good job on it, and I just said I have to keep on going.
That's great. Because you know what that means, that you know that you're available to pass the ball and you can score the ball too. So when your team needs you in something, you're there, right? Él lo que me está diciendo es que se siente increíble el saber de que él tiene la capacidad de poder también anotar el balón, y entonces pues realmente eso lo hace más grande, es normal. And you know what? Do you know what type of player it's like that he's a first passer and then he can score the ball? Pretty simple. It's a big player. It's called LeBron James. So it is impressive for me because your favorite player it's Kobe Bryant, but your type of game it's like LeBron James. So you have that combination. So do you study the game of Kobe Bryant or LeBron James or those type of players that there's a first passer and then a scorer?
Yeah, I studied them a lot. I want to get better on my passing, different moves to get people open.
Look at that, that's impressive. Wow. Él está diciendo que sí, que lo ha estudiado y que él lo que quiere es seguir desarrollando cómo encontrar a su equipo que esté más solo a la hora de tirar un tiro y también para poder anotar, tener esa capacidad. So, Yadi, we're almost done. I know your dad is from Puerto Rico, and the reason I'm doing this is because I want Puerto Rico and the whole world knows that there's a lot of young talent, Puerto Ricans, they're developed in basketball. I have a question for you. do you have a goal for play for Puerto Rico?
I do have a goal for playing for like a country that I like. My parents are from. It would be nice, but my plan is to make it to the NBA.
Well, look at that.
Or if not, play for Puerto Rico.
So you're clear about your goals at 12 years old, that it's good to play for Puerto Rico, but my mind goal, what I want to do, it's play in the NBA.
Yeah.
Do you know Puerto Ricans who play in the NBA? There's only two. Oh, I mean, in the last 20 years has been just two. Carlos Arroyo, Jose Juan Barea. You can be one of those. You know those two are point guards.
Oh, isn't one of the he played for the Pelicans?
He's now playing Jose Alvarado.
Yeah.
But he was born in New York, in Bronx. These two played for Puerto Rico, and they raised and born in Puerto Rico, and then play. So you can be like a type of Jose Alvarado. That's a good one. O sea, él está diciendo que sí, él puede representar a Puerto Rico, pero que su meta mayor es jugar en la NBA. Y este jugador que él menciona, que es Jose Alvarado, él puede ser ese tipo de jugador. Yeah, because he is a point guard. And you may be, I think you're gonna be a point guard. And you can be like him. Me gusta porque él está proyectado y él sabe lo que él quiere. So my last question, Yadi, and we're gonna we're good with this interview, and thank you so much for saying yes for this interview. It's really a pleasure for me and obviously for your dad to give this opportunity, right? Because I was looking for this, and I think you're the first one. I was looking for this young talent, this young player that they're Puerto Rican and they want to play basketball, and they have a goal to represent our country. So, Yadi, your goal is to play in the NBA, right?
Yes.
You want to play college too, or right now so far, what's your goal playing basketball?
I'll go to college.
You want to go college?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to play college because you have a lot of, that's your main goal, and you like the college basketball. You watch college basketball?
March Madness.
You love March Madness? Oh, that's great. March Madness, it's how you play basketball. That's basketball because
they're playing for the trophy.
For the trophy. But the system that play in March Madness, it's in the highest level. So, yo le hice una pregunta. Obviamente le doy las gracias de decirme que sí para la entrevista, y obviamente a su padre, de abrirme las puertas de su casa porque realmente yo estaba buscando esto. O sea, yo quería conversar con un niño que su meta al final sea representar a Puerto Rico y que el mundo se entere que hay puertorriqueños que llevan la bandera de Puerto Rico representando aquí en los Estados Unidos, y que obviamente su orgullo es ser puertorriqueño. Y le dice cuál es su meta ahora mismo, si él está claro cuál es su meta, y él me dice que sí, que él quiere jugar NBA, pero primero quiere tocar lo que es college basketball. Y eso está muy bien. Do you have a team that you like in college? UNC, North Carolina? Do you know Michael Jordan
Play for UNC.
Yeah. You know Vince Carter? Do you know who's Vince Carter?
Yeah.
He played in the UNC. There's a lot of Hall of Famer that play at UNC. It's a really good, it's a great college right now. And I think Roy Williams, do you know who's coaching in North Carolina, right? He's a legend.
He's an All-American.
Yeah, of course. His name is Roy Williams.
Yeah.
So, Yadi, thank you so much for saying yes. Thank you for this interview. Mi gente, De verdad que ha sido un gusto. Espero que se disfruten esta entrevista con Yadiel Adolph. Síganlo en todas las redes sociales. Yadi I 2028. 2028 porque él se proyecta 2028. Esa es su clase. 2028. Él está ready, él está claro en lo que él quiere. Y obviamente gracias a su papá Ángel por abrirme las puertas de su casa, mi gente. Y nada, esperen esto pronto. Agradecido siempre por el apoyo que siempre nos da de Trainer TV. Suavecito, cuídense.